Guys, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. How are you? How are you? Happy Tuesday, guys. Good morning. Messy in the morning. Messy in the morning. Okay. I'm not going to be like right now. This is serious. We're serious right now because, this is a medical issue. So we have to take this seriously. Good morning, everyone. Oh, let me have my glasses. Why is it that I sit down every day and forget like you can't see? Okay, because I can see everywhere else. It's just reading glasses. Black and bougie. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, guys. Good morning. Um let me find something. Guys, I did not do a damn I did a lot yesterday, but what I did was nothing with YouTube when I finished. I guess I did some things, but I didn't film like I wanted to. I'm actually still trying to finish editing my vlog, which I think is going to be really fun this week because it just was. I just remember laughing a lot over the weekend and freely kind of taking my camera out a little bit more than I have been because I just haven't been like vlogging on the fly like I'd been. Um, so we did more of that. So it should be a fun vlog, I hope. And there's a little bit of cooking in there. I know you guys ask about that. I do have a HelloFresh order. I have not even broke the seal on the box because I know you guys are going to want to see that. And I feel like I'm going to make one tonight, even though I did unexpectedly do a bigger grocery shop yesterday than I intended. So I have a lot of stuff in the fridge I need to cook. But that HelloFresh, I think I think probably about $90, and there's 3 meals in there. So I'm gonna knock those 3 meals out and find place because I bought some trout and some shrimp. So the shrimp I can always do something with that. But the trout, I'm going to go ahead and season it and stick it in the freezer. So when I pull it out, it'll be ready to go when it's defrosted. Um, uh, okay. Yesterday, if you were listening, the song that I was talking about that I was referencing, Kanye, um, was Spaceship. If you guys remember that song. Somebody mentioned going to the plantation, um, going to work, and I just remembered that those lyrics were so good, and I'm looking them up right now because I wanted to. Um, Hold on one second, really quick. I'm not looking at the chat, but I'm gonna come through there in just a second. I've been working this grave shift. I ain't made shit. I wish I could buy me a spaceship and fly past the sky. I've been working this grave shift. I ain't made shit. I wish I could buy me a spaceship and fly past the sky. Man. If my manager insults me again, I will be insulting him after I fuck the manager up. Then I'm going to shorten this register up. Let's go back to the gap. Look at my check. Wasn't on scratch. So if I stole, wasn't my fault. Yeah, I stole. Never got caught. They take me to the back and pat me, ask me about my khakis, but let some black people walk in. I bet they show off their token blackie. Okay, y'all. I remember a couple of years ago as the one person in the corporate talent acquisition team. Um, Out of the blue, I got called from corporate communications. I used to support headquarters, and can you give us a would you like to be in the newsletter? We're doing a Black History profile. It was like February 5th or something. Like it was all up into Black History Month. There was no forethought and planning. It was just like we hadn't done anything for Black History Month yet. um Fortune 200 company, so in the list of Fortune magazine, in the top 200. um Okay. I felt like a token blackie at that time. I really did. A lot of this, I love this song because a lot of the lyrics just really resonate in so many different ways. I think everybody can hear something in this that makes you kind of like, what? And where's the other part? It's very like, I don't know. If you haven't heard it ever, look it up. It's really good. If you haven't heard it in a long time, give it a re-listen. Kanye was really such a great writer. He still is, but I love a lot of the stuff from like his first 10 years. He's so good. Anyway, good morning, notification gang, gang, Miss OKC. Good morning, gang, 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 gang. Erica, Pineapples, Anisha, Risa, Treyway, Erica, Pineapples, how are you doing? Queasy, good morning. Ann, good morning. Cheryl Waz, good morning. Erica, good morning. If I didn't say Anisha, you know, I try not to duplicate all the names, but you know, you girls not perfect. Black and Bougie, good morning. How's it going, dear? How's it going? Erica, what's going on? We're not going to talk about you got a shout out in some crazy Fukaka woman's video. We're not going to talk about that, but I just did. We're not giving any shine to the dim and delusional today. Okay. Let's go. JJ, good morning, hon. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I don't know. In my mind right now, I'm thinking Pretty Brown Round. Good morning, lady. Where are you? Chanel. Good morning. Teely, I haven't seen you yet. K. Sharice, I haven't seen you yet. D. Harold, Victoria, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Sammy J, good morning, girl. Where are you? Universal Gypsy, good morning. Overtown. Marie W, Queasy, good morning. Melissa Raftis, where art thou? Good morning. Maria W, Latasha La, good morning. Trinice, good morning. I don't give a fuck. $0, okay, or zero. I don't give zero fucks. Zero. Okay. Or okay. Moving in silence. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. I see you, girl. Maria W. Did I say hi? Did I say hi? T. Lee, there you are. There you are. Cat Serenity. Good morning. Pineapples. Am I at the bottom? Okay, I got there. Okay. Good morning. 92, 29 likes. Y'all, come on. Good morning. Good morning, bushes. Good morning to them bitches. Good morning if you're trying to get some TT. Good morning. Good morning, Mysterious. Good morning, Anna B. Good morning, Anna's Antics. Good morning, Anna. Mod extraordinaire. Good morning, all of the mods. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Thank you. Thank you for helping regulate. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Good morning, Miss Tika. Good morning. And a new friend that we've been noticing in the chat, Miss Tanika. Good morning. Miss Nita. Good morning. Where are you at? Where you at? Where you at? Good morning. Good morning. Hi, baby doll. Good morning. Hey. Hey, girl. Hey. Hey, Miss Blue. Hey, Miss Blue and Mary Blue. Girl, you guys think I don't remember these names. Buenos dias, kitten zombie. Buenos dias, ¿qué tal? Okay. Bonjour. Ça va? Sac passe. Good morning. Good morning. Guys, really quick. I want to Strong Mommy Chrissy's video kind of disturbed me a little bit. So she's having anxiety about what? I don't know. girl, anxiety doesn't just come out the blue. It's either something that you know or something you're not dealing with, but anxiety doesn't just come, okay? It does not just come out of the clear blue sky. Something that you're dealing with, that you're not aware or not wanting to be aware, and it's not good to stuff your feelings. At the end of the day, you got to feel what you feel, and this is one woman, one mom to another. So any of you bone collectors, draggers out there, I feel like the connection is closer than I know, in terms of the route to Chrissy. I think Chrissy can get a message pretty quickly if she's not listening. If someone's watching. But what I'm saying is this: medical issues should not be ignored. After you see an ambulance or go to the emergency room, they are always going to tell you to follow up with your doctor. If you do not have a personal physician, if you do not have a general practitioner who sees you from head to toe, you need one. And the reason why is because your gynecologist is only going to be checking your cat. If they notice something is wrong, they're going to tell you to go and follow up. You may not think it's serious if your GP, if your gynecologist is not really kind of like, you must go right now. Everything is not a you must go right now. And also remember that when you are seeing a specialist, there are things that are in their scope of practice, okay? They are not going to medically not bubble something up, but if they bubble it up and it's written in your chart that you must go follow up, or we are strongly suggesting for the third time that you go see someone about this, it's documented, okay? And it's documented, so there's no what? There's no lawsuit. They're protecting their insurance. They're protecting their practice. So when someone goes back and says, well, they've seen the doctor 5 times, well, that doctor's for your puss. That doctor's to follow up to make sure that your organs are intact after a birth, that you are, they are responsible for checking your cervix. They are responsible for checking your reproductive health. They are not checking your heart health. If they see that there's a heart problem, if they see that there's an emotional problem, they might give you a little bit of something to help you calm down, but they're not going to prescribe that on a 90 or a 12 refill basis. They might give you some chill pills to get your ass calmed down, a little Xanax or something, 10 pills, maybe 30. If you're having trouble sleeping, they might give you a little sleeping pill, 15, maybe 30. But they're going to tell you to follow up with your doctor, your general practitioner, so that they can start to record this case and follow and see, do you need additional intervention? Do you need to go to a neurologist for a sleep study? Do you need to go to the cardiologist? Do you need to have a stress test? Is your heart okay? Why are you suffering with anxiety? Are you stressed? Do you need to go to the therapist? Do you need, and start sending you in those directions. So just because you get something and it helps you calm down, and it helps you get straight again, that is not your follow-up. If something keeps happening, understand one day it will knock you in the head and you're going to wish that you had addressed it the 5, 6 other times that you had an opportunity to do so. Okay? Because I don't know Chrissy like that, and I'm not diagnosing her, but mental health is very important. And if you're having breaks with anxiety and you feel like your life is spinning out of control, potentially, and this is anyone, not Chrissy, but she says she's having anxiety attacks. So if your anxiety is induced by something that you're feeling is out of your control, you really need to gain control of it and acquire the skills to handle it or deal with a certain situation, okay? If your anxiety is induced potentially feeling like you've got anxiety, but maybe you've got a blood pressure issue or you've got a heart issue, you need to get to the doctor so that they can start to treat you and handle it. I mean, at the end of the day, Chrissy is a small stature woman. This is no shade. Whether you are 10, 15, 20 pounds overweight, if you are over the recommended weight, they're going to say you're overweight. She looks good to me. She's a beautiful woman. So please don't run this that I called her anything. But at the end of the day, if you are clinically a certain amount over your intended weight, there could be anything going on. There could be high salt usage. There could be high sugar usage. There could be repercussions of the intermittent fasting and the keto diet that does not agree with you. There could be lots of different things that you're doing that can pull a trigger in your body that can hurt you and harm you. And we all know this, and we've seen the commercials. Mom, don't get sick days. Mommies don't get sick days, especially when you are the main boots on the ground. So I'm saying this with love, and I'm saying this as a mommy out here on these YouTube streets. All jokes aside, anybody who needs to get this message to Chrissy so she knows that she needs to handle her business before her business handles her. If you don't have time to be laid up in a hospital, handle it. Because the last thing you want is to have to figure out how you're going to manage your household when you're not able. You understand what I'm saying? So you're 30 years old now, and shit just starts happening when you're 30. It's not all downhill. And be blessed, guys, because there's people who don't get to 30, and there's people who don't get the warning signals. There's some people, as quiet as it's kept, just drop dead. Okay? So when you're getting the warning signals, be grateful. Thank you, God. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for letting me make an appointment, letting me go pick up a prescription. Okay? I'm telling you, medicine is not the evil enemy. Having a prescription is not a death sentence. Okay? At the end of the day, we are born to die. These bodies don't stay perfect forever. That's what we know. Death and taxes. Okay? So all I'm saying is this. It can happen quickly. 30-year-olds have strokes. 30-year-olds can have heart disease. 30-year-olds can have a lot of things. And it just worried me hearing it's kind of and I'm saying this with, it's the arrogance of being young and having had a healthy body for a long time, because you don't think that what could be happening to you could be happening. And what I want all of you to hear today is that don't forget that this is natural for us to feel our bodies, and it's natural for things to start to not work the same. Little do you know, it may not have ever been working this properly. Okay. But sometimes, all the time, how many of you have a kid that they were like, gosh, this normally doesn't happen in someone our age? Our world is changing, guys. We are evolving. Our species has been alive for a long time, and medicine every day, we're seeing things newer, faster, and different trends. Okay. So what I'm saying is this. Just because you're a certain age, don't take that for granted, okay? There's an arrogance of youth for all of us. We have younger people getting dementia. We have younger people flipping the script into Alzheimer's. When you pull that trigger, when you fuck with your body the long way, you can speed up things that may never have been supposed to happen, or things that were inevitable to happen, okay? Don't miss the warning signs. Warning signs are a blessing. When the warnings run out, you're going to wish you had made that doctor's appointment. You're going to wish you went for that follow-up. You're going to wish that you would have cared more. Okay? And I'm telling you this as the daughter of a physician, of a Black physician that worked in a Black hospital in the South Bronx, who cared about his patients every single day, who lived to 88 years old, thank God, okay? And you never ignore the warning signs. The warning signs are a blessing, okay? I'm telling you. It really bothered me. It scared me as a woman who has a large family, and she's the head honcho there. And I hope that she takes this seriously, that you are now having to call 911 and you're articulating it to your audience. If you didn't want anyone to know, you wouldn't tell the potentially over 100,000 people what's going on, because you have doctors and nurses and medical professionals in the midst. And remaining quiet is usually more of an indicator that you want to keep something quiet or a secret, or you don't want help. If you are putting it out there, you know you have reactors. Y'all, we gonna talk about it, okay? Because your health is your wealth. You can't be wealthy if you're not here. And that's anyone. I'm not specifically talking about her. But what I'm saying is this, guys, it's important. So I just want you to hear this really quick, because to me, there were so many red flags that like started to trigger me.
So I feel like I have been kind of feeling like not 100, but like 90. And I've been, I hear coffee.
Okay, one thing too, in this, I had to call 911. Guys, I was like, Chrissy, you look like you are getting ready to be in Purple Rain 2021. And the reason why I say that, do you remember in Purple Rain, Apollonia and Apollonia 6, all the women in Purple Rain walked around in lingerie, like the women of Minneapolis. Shouts out to Minneapolis right now. In the late 80s and the 90s, guys, did you guys just wear like lingerie, camisole tops and things like that? Because in Purple Rain, everybody just had on like thigh-high boots, teddies as dresses, and blazers, okay, and very long hair. Chrissy was giving me like Purple Rain realness, especially with her wig. She looks super cute. Chrissy can carry on color wigs like nobody else. She's a cutie pie. But at the end of the day, girl, we need you healthy, okay?
Yeah, see. Get some labs done. That's what I told my mom. I'm gonna go to the doctor. I'm gonna have them run labs, because
you're gonna have them. Girl, you don't run this. You go to the doctor and you sit there and you listen. You're gonna have them run labs. Okay, run labs and tell you what? Like, what are you gonna do with the labs, girl? Go to the doctor's office and sit and listen. Okay.
Thyroid. That's, I mean, this is just me going on Google, and Google will have you thinking that you have cancer or something. So I don't really like to rely on Google, but it's like I said, over the last maybe month or so, I feel like I have been kind of feeling like not 100, but like 90. And I've been thinking I'm tired. You know, I just have a lot going on with the kids being home. I'm overwhelmed. It's not just tired, but all of that I feel like was making me tired. But I had coffee this morning too. I probably should have had that, because, yeah.
If your body is telling you something, if your body is natural, like if you have something every day and your body just naturally tells you, good morning, Roxanne. Good morning, Camila. Good morning. If your body, when she said probably shouldn't have had it, or, you know, when you're kind of like, I didn't want that, not that it's going to do anything, but when your body is telling you something, guys, stop deadening your instincts. When God is talking to you, when your instincts are talking to you, when the Holy Spirit is talking to you, when self is talking to you, when your body says, hey, Riza, wear those good track shoes. When you have that second thought, when you're going out for a good walk, but you just have on some flats, but you know good and well your husband likes to take the walking trails, I better put on my sneakers. Just do that, please. Okay. Number one, be prepared. Number two, listen. When self is talking to you in a positive way, I'm not talking about the mental illness way. I'm talking about in the, like, when you're like, on second thought is those instincts. On second thought, or I knew, something told me. Stop deadening that, guys. Once you kill it, it's gone. Then you start making real dumb decisions, okay? Can we stop? Can we stop in 2021? Can we stop thinking what we think we know? Or I thought I should have done this, but I went ahead and did that because I overrode what my instincts, what God, what the Holy Spirit, what my discernment was trying to tell me. Can we not kill that? Can we bring it back to life? Can we resuscitate it in 2021 for those of you who have done a good job of killing it? Can you bring it back? Can you start to listen to what you know that you know that you know instead of, yeah, it's a whole deep conversation, but that self that tells you to not listen to your true self, yeah, that one is not always going to give you the best advice, okay?
I probably didn't help the situation. Hold on one second. You guys, what?
So I guess she's sitting in the car. The kids are, she's obviously sitting in the car, but what I meant to say is I guess she's sitting in front of the house. But girl, she has on a whole kind of cami situation, which is very cute. And I would wear that with a blazer or a cute cardi type blazer, cardigan type all day. But okay.
Okay, Google is good when you know how to search. Just be careful. Updated labs are always good. Yeah, it may be dehydration because I kept getting dizzy and it was just dehydration. Yeah, that's true. It could be dehydration. Anxiety will have you thinking all kinds of things are wrong with you, but it's just the anxiety because it makes you feel terrible. Yeah, I mean the paramedic last night.
Let me say this: prolonged dehydration. Any of my nurses, medical professionals, if you have prolonged dehydration, number one, having low electrolytes, that will eventually kill you. But also dehydration will lower what? It will lower what? It will lower your blood pressure. What is blood pressure a sign of? That your blood flow is very weak. What does your body need? It needs a good pumping heart, okay? That blood flow pumps your heart. It fuels your brain. Why do people faint? Why do people get dizzy when they are dehydrated? Because all of that has slowed down to the point where you pass out. Low blood sugar, why do we pass out? Basically, in theory, your body has ran out of fuel. Low blood sugar, you're not eating. Low blood sugar, your insulin is low. What happens is this: you will pass out because you have run out of fuel. Literally, okay?
You know, anxiety does make you feel bad. And then he was just like, you know, Jesus. Also when you have something about CO2 levels in your blood, like when you have
your carbon dioxide,
your CO2 levels to, I don't know, increase or decrease. I can't remember which one he said.
Decrease.
I think mine were low.
Duh.
Mine was like in the 20s. And then he called my mom over. He's like, you wanted me to do it on your mom to show you where, you know, regular CO2 levels are supposed to be at? And I was like, yeah, sure. And then he did my mom, and my mom's was like at 35 or something like that. He's like, yours will probably get back up there once you calm down more. And so.
But the paramedic is not a doctor. Yeah. The paramedic is there to make a determination, frontline help, and to make a determination whether you need to go to the hospital.
Just have to check everything to be safe and on the safe side. Yeah. Yes, a lot of parents are overwhelmed, but it's good your kids are in sports. Yeah, hyperventilating causes your CO2 levels to be too low because you're pushing too much out from breathing fast. Thanks, Morgan.
But why are you hyperventilating? See, you're talking to a bunch of people that know a little bit about something. Hey, Troletta, good morning. When you talk to a bunch of people who know a little bit about something and more than enough to be a little bit dangerous to you, don't poo-poo it to I'm hyperventilating. You're hyperventilating because you said what? You had a panic attack or you had an anxiety attack. Why are you having anxiety? Why are you having chest pains called angina? Why are you... It could have been a case of tachycardia, which a lot of things are really not super duper serious, but there's underlying reasons why these things are happening. It's not just happening. It doesn't just happen. It's a result of something else, guys. Guys, we're at 173 and we have 53 likes. Over 100 of you have forgotten to hit the like button. Can you, if you're in the chat, would you mind exiting the chat, come back to the chat, and hit that like button for your girl? It makes a difference. And, you know, again, I'm fueled by energy, and that energy, you know, it helps me deliver that energy to you. So you guys, it's a reciprocal. situation, guys. You give it to me and I give it to you. So if you would, there's at least about 20 of you. I mean, it could be half haters up in here because some people just, yeah, I don't, it's okay. Thank you, Tai Cherie. Thank you. Thank you, Miss Tika. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, let's finish listening to Chrissy, and we're going to be moving on. K-Love, good morning. Good morning. Good morning.
That's exactly what happened, and that's why that was like that. So that's why I was like,
our brains are funny. Sometimes we need to talk things out to make things better, right? Because we don't know what's going on. So immediately, I don't know, maybe she didn't have anyone to talk to. Maybe whoever she could talk to was busy. So she gets online, she talks to a bunch of people who give her enough reasons for her to like, oh, okay, yeah, that's what happened. So she goes from looking worried to looking more okay. How much long? I mean, I hope that this was followed up by a call to set up an appointment with a physician rather than, yeah, I was just dehydrated. Let me go get some Powerade or some Gatorade or whatever and bump my electrolytes up, which, yes, that's what they're going to give you in the emergency room. They're going to give you fluids they'll tell you, you're going to get a bag, it's a vitamin bag. You're going to get your initial IV may just have electrolytes in it. So they're going to start to pump you up and make you feel better. The doctor will be in, and then they're going to start to look and see is there anything underlying going on? Do we notice a very abnormal blood pressure going on here? Even after they've given you interventions, like, okay, it's still not, slowing down. Or are you okay? Is there a particular stress going on right now that is causing you, oftentimes women are underserved in medicine, and Black women are underserved. Black people are underserved. And stop looking. I'm not saying go on treasure hunts and scavenger hunts to find something. There's always going to be something wrong with you. We're born to die. Okay. But at the end of the day, what I'm saying is this, don't just be satiated by you're young, you're this, you're okay. Yeah, if you know something is wrong, find a doctor that hears you. Most of the doctors on my team, and I call it my team because I have relationships with my doctors. One of my doctors actually became a very good friend of mine when she switched practices. She told me she was leaving the practice. I was sad 1 minute, but then I was like, we get to be friends now. And she's one of my very good friends, period. Okay. You have to have a team. You have to have a team. When you need to get your hair done and you have not been to the hairdresser, or you go to every hairdresser in town and you have not established a relationship with one, you're tried and true. You may go see others, but you still got the doctor of your hair. Have a doctor of your body.
Oh my gosh. And I don't know. I just felt it was, like I said, I've been struggling with that for panic attacks, and I don't have them as much as I used to. But I was like dead ass in the middle of like just cooking dinner as regular, and the next thing you know, what freaked me out, I think, was that my chest started hurting, and I was like, on this side, and I was like, I got a little twinge of pain, and I was like, what the hell? You know what I'm saying? I don't usually have chest pain and stuff like that, and then it just was like, it just, it didn't keep hurting, but then my body just automatically, maybe I just went into panic attack mode.
So, again, what I was saying about the brain, I got distracted for a second. Your brain always wants to be at a state of balance, believe it or not, right? Sometimes we seek out, just notice. So there's something called the placebo effect. I encourage any of you to take a look at that. When you think you're taking something fully loaded, but it's really a sugar pill or something. There's studies in that. They call it the placebo effect. Just the art of feeling like you've been prescribed something. They say statistics show that when you leave the doctor's office with a prescription, there is data to support that people automatically feel better because they're on the track of doing something to control whatever ails them, right? some studies, you just don't know who's getting the medicine, who's not. Okay. Because it helps you feel more positive. Every day you've got something to look forward to, whether you're taking a actually fully loaded pill or not, or a lesser dose of what the next person could be taking. It's because of the placebo effect. It makes you feel better because you're taking control and you feel like you're on the road back to health, right? When you talk to people, you talk to a friend, they give you some information that makes you feel like, oh, maybe you were just dehydrated. Okay, well, you're not. People don't just normally get dehydrated. You may have a potassium deficiency. Okay, it's not just dehydrated. If you're dehydrated on a regular, I have a friend. Her husband he does part-time AAU stuff, so he umpires outside a lot. He started fainting. This is a man who's 6'4", 6'5", started fainting out of the blue. He ended up starting to have to supplement his diet with potassium. He was on his way to a heart attack or a stroke, guys. I mean, it's serious. He was spending a lot of time out in the sun. He was not hydrating enough. He had basically what looked like almost a heat stroke. Okay. It can be very serious. Some of the things that we are doing are not good for us unintentionally, right? And they need to be treated. If your job is out in the sun, and you feel bad and there's no ifs, ands, or buts ways around it, the doctors can help you. Okay? The doctors can help you. Or then you have to get another job. But if you're suffering with low potassium, it's not just drowning yourself in Gatorade. You're not going to drink enough Gatorade that potassium pill can't help you with. Other than that, I mean, he could have really dropped dead.
So I definitely haven't had an anxiety issue last night, but whatever it was based off of something probably else that's going on, because I just generally don't feel good. Maybe I'm just tired. And
I generally don't feel good.
I just feel tired. And I slept last night. You know what I'm saying? I got up at like 9 o'clock. I actually slept in, considering I usually wake up at like 6 or 7. I still don't feel good. So I don't know. Might trigger the anxiety, which triggered the panic. Yeah. It's all mental. I find myself doing breathing.
It's not all mental. Weird, but that might not have even been an anxiety attack. It might have been a tachycardia. That might not have been an anxiety attack. Just because you've had an anxiety attack, just because you've had panic attack, just because you've had a little, therapy once upon a time, stop thinking it's anxiety or panic. It could be a tachycardia. It could be a mild angina. It could be anything, guys. These people on this chat are not doctors. I didn't even click on the chat because I was just like, it's going to piss me off. Stop telling people they're okay. You don't fucking know if they're okay. This woman has 9 kids. She needs to be at a doctor ASAP. Okay? Just to know, just to get a full workup. Okay?
I don't know what helps me. Oh, I should try that damn rain, yeah. How often do you detox? You know what? I have not detoxed like probably ever. I probably should detox, because
detox from asking a bunch of lames what the fuck is going on with your body.
Telling me that,
arrhythmia,
anxiety and things like that, the panicking can be triggered by your alkalinity.
Girl, bye.
And so she was telling me to like do different things for to like bring my alkaline up, I believe it was. So you look well. You don't look tired. Get your annual physical and help you feel better. Thank you, Tay. When you have an anxiety attack, it can take a while sometimes to come totally down from. Yes, that's another thing that I think my mom told me. She's like,
girl,
like,
let me tell you this too. Another scenario. You guys can listen to this on your own. It could have been an asthma attack. Where's your lungs? In your chest. You're gasping for air. It's allergy season. It's hot as fucking in Houston. You could have slight allergies. It could be anything, guys. Everything is intertwined, interrelated. Everything has something to do with something in your body. Okay. I'm not a doctor. I'm just playing one right now. But what I'm telling you is this: I've been around enough medicine in my life, okay, period, to know enough to be dangerous. I'm certainly not a doctor, but what I do say, girl, I am quick to call the doctor. Okay. I know when I have a headache, and I know when I'm having something that feels like a headache, but something that could be my blood pressure or something else, when I know that I'm picking up that phone and calling, because sometimes we age out of medicines. Sometimes you take a medicine so long it stops working for you. Sometimes we are in better health and we no longer need that strength. We need a lesser strength. It's not all about ratcheting it up. Sometimes it's making adjustments because, girl, you've lost 25 pounds, okay? You know, at a certain point, my blood sugars have gone down. My type 2 has gotten better. I take less medicine, okay? I'm still taking, but I'm taking less. So sometimes you have to make adjustments to go down because you're actually increasing your health. Okay. Some things that you're doing are not for you. Intermittent fasting and keto is not for everyone. We know this. Keto flu. There's some doctors that say, would you stay away from keto? That's not for you. Can you go low carb? Of course. Follow the Atkins plan or follow this or that. Everybody has something that will work well for them. Everything is not for everybody. And certain things we do can activate certain things in us. Okay. But at the end of the day, if this is anxiety, we know the anxiety wheel. Look it up if you don't. Anxiety breeds depression, and depression breeds anxiety. Depressed is not always laying on your belly like Jasmine. Depression can be, I have 2 glasses of wine every night. You know what I mean? Depression can be, I'm just ignoring. I'm ignoring. This is a very good looking woman. She has a nice boyfriend. She's got nice kids. The kids seem to be very respectful. She has fun with her children. This is a lady who looks, you know, she's getting her life together, and her life is together to a certain extent. But you know, it's a long road. She's the leader of a family of 9 children. So her load is not easy, but I feel like Chrissy, out of anybody, has been doing her damn thing to try to take control of her life and look like she's handling business. I mean, I like Chrissy very much. You know, let the truth be told. I don't dislike any of these mommies, really. I think Chrissy is doing her damn thing, and I'm happy for her. Okay. Now is time. You have all your kids straight. A lot of times as mommies, we have to think, I wouldn't let my kid walk around feeling bad and guessing. If you're not gonna let your kid walk around be guessing, don't let yourself walk around be guessing. If you don't feel, she said she hasn't been feeling right generally, and recently it's been more like at 90%. So 90% is that 10% of you feels bad all the time. Okay. There's 24 hours in a day. So imagine 2.5 hours a day you feel like shit. Okay. If you don't feel right, just go to the doctor. That's how I was diagnosed with lupus. Okay. Yeah. Going to the doctor didn't cause your lupus. Your lupus may have been there for a very long time, but it reared its ugly head at a certain point. And luckily you showed up to a doctor who was astute enough to find it. Okay. And to say, oh, it's here. It may have been there. Okay. It may have been there. All right. Girl, I'm sorry. Jasmine has to be about the dumbest patient ever. Jasmine, this is the deal. I'm not going to go in depth on this because I'm going to do a reaction on it. But at the end of the day, Jasmine there's some sort of secret going on here. Jasmine, you need to shut the fuck up. And I mean that with all due respect and all due disrespect. At the end of the day, girl, you are speaking out of both sides of your mouth. You are not smart enough to freestyle what's going on with you medically. At the end of the day, girl, if they are doing a wand ultrasound on you at this point and they're looking at your placenta, there is a reason, you big dummy. I had a little bit of placenta prevera when I was pregnant, and I went to maternal and fetal medicine every month. Okay. I was going twice a month because I had went to my regular gynecologist and I went to maternal and fetal medicine because I was over 40. I was 40 at the time. So I was at the additional 2 and 3 years of medical school physician, the gynecologist, and the maternal and fetal medicine specialist. He had so many credentials and certifications behind his name outside of MD. It was ridiculous. I mean, it was like 2 lines. Okay. And I would have ultrasounds all the time. Girl, Farrah has a whole album before she ever hit the earth. Okay. And we already knew before she came out. I'm like, babe, she looks just like your grandmother. Okay. She's showing those traits on your daddy's side, like crazy. Okay. We saw that whole 3D image, everything. If they are putting a wand in your vag, you are not having a routine pregnancy, and that's on period. They don't try to disrupt anything in there because they already know that you're still getting your cakes clapped if you're lucky. They're not going to introduce the wand unless they have to. You mentioned your placenta. That's not a normal pregnancy, boo-boo. Clearly something's going on, or they want to make sure to check, and they're going to see how your placenta is rolling. They talk to you about bed rest. It's not just because of your salt, but you do need to slow down on the barbecue sauce and the McDonald's and your sweet, sugary Starbucks drinks that can have salt in it that you're not aware of, you big dodo head dingbat. Girl, are you kidding me? They may have you change your diet. You should have changed your diet. If you're dehydrated, you're not drinking enough water. If your baby doesn't have enough water, there's not enough water in the sac. Your water intake is a direct result, will have a direct result on how much water is going to eventually end up, amniotic fluid, in your sac, dummy. Okay? If you want your baby to be cramped up in there because there's not enough water, come out. Look, at the end of the day, we all know the repercussions of not having a amniotic rich sac. Okay. Your baby is kind of cramped. It's like your baby should be in a studio apartment, but you end up with not a studio. Your baby should be in a 1-bedroom, but you end up like in a closet, or you end up in an efficiency because your sac is not as full because you are running dehydrated, and your amniotic fluid and everything is building based on your nutrients. You've got to drink enough water. You got to drink enough water. If you don't have enough water, you're not going to have enough fluid. You're not going to have enough of what it takes in your body to get the fluid into your sac. So your body is taking everything from you. Of course you're dehydrated. Your body needs it. Get a gallon-sized bottle of water and do your best to drink as much of it every day. At least if you drink, look, a little bit of something is better than a whole lot of nothing. Jasmine did that baking soda test. Her damn pee-pee looked like damn fucking Molson Golden. It looked like damn Heineken, and it looked like a Heineken brown. It looked like stout. Okay, girl, your urine looked like a whole beer. All right, are you kidding me? Are you kidding? Yes, if they're talking to her about her blood pressure and her salt, forget about her glucose tolerance test. I mean, we don't know what her sugar's doing. I think if there would be some additional signs, but if they're already saying that she's swollen, there's too much. Girl, if you want to eat that fucking barbecue, drink some damn water. Stop drinking those sodas. Cut out Starbucks. You can't afford it anyway. You got a whole simp over there. The fact that you have to call your mother to pay for that damn car repair is absolutely insane. So Look, I was watching the 4th of July. I went a little bit out of order because I'm gonna watch the fuck out these videos today, okay? I was watching 4th of July. So we see when she filmed girl, she looked like her pee looks like a whole lager. Okay. You know that brown stout beer, okay? Girl, 4th of July, I was really happy for the kids. They have a whole neighborhood. They're sitting there, they're watching fireworks. I'm thinking to myself, are you trying to tell me that you have a whole 8, almost 9-year-old? This is the first time she's seeing fireworks? Are you kidding me? You live in Austin, Texas. Nobody has blown fireworks ever. You guys have never gone downtown Austin. You guys have never gone and sat out. We know you don't Guinness, girl, a whole brown ass Guinness. You've never been outside. When I lived in Houston, I lived right down the street from Astroworld. Okay. Shouts out to anyone in Houston who knows what I'm talking about. You live in Texas, Southeast Texas, Astroworld. I don't even know if it's still there, but I lived in the Astro domain. Okay. I lived off Main Street. I lived at Kirby and Braeswood near University, north of the medical center. Okay. And we would see fireworks every night. Now, everybody doesn't have the pleasure to live down the street from an amusement park, a Six Flags or whatever it was, Paramount. But if you do, but people would go to the parking lots around the Fiesta supermarket and watch every night. Girl, people be in their cars, out their cars, get your beer, get your cooler, get your whatever. There go the fireworks at the amusement park. It was beautiful. You could be on the highway. If you live in Orlando, girl, we go to Orlando for a whole entire week. We stay not too far. We always stay on iDrive at the Marriott Vacation Club. And it's not too far from Disney. And at night around 9 o'clock, girl, the sky just lights up. All you got to do is stand outside on your balcony. And then SeaWorld. It's like clockwork. Disney, SeaWorld. What's it called? What else is around right there off of iDrive? I think maybe it's just Disney and SeaWorld. Those are the two. SeaWorld is like right around the corner from where we stay, and Disney is 5 minutes. Okay. Then Disney Springs and all that, right? Them kids never saw big fireworks. So these were some neighborhood fireworks. And then Kaylin says, I don't know if she meant, I feel sorry for you if you have on headphones. I feel sorry for you if you're on your cell phone. So maybe she meant because you can't see what I'm seeing, which is beautiful. If you have on headphones, you're not hearing. So the experience, right? But Jasmine, stop putting your kids in a position where they are articulating to other adults. Me personally, I would have had some of that music that you play incessantly and had them on mute. For someone who doesn't want her kids talked about. Pretty Brown Round, good morning, hon. I gave you a shout out in the beginning. When you slide the bar back, you're going to hear, I was like, honorable mention to some people I had not seen yet this morning. So, girl, good morning. I'm so happy you're here. Queasy. Anyone that I've missed, KB Kisses, good morning. Cassini 84, good morning. Noni's Boo, good morning. Guys, I'm going to have to cut this short in a bit. Because your girl has mom duties and such. Okay. But yeah, Jasmine, girl, you stop lying, Jasmine. That's my main point. Stop lying, because at this point, girl, you're telling on yourself. You're not talking to stupid people. And a lot of the things that they talk to you about are not a normal, typical pregnancy. What I'm going to say is this: your pregnancy, I'm sure, is probably fine at the end of the day. But if you are putting 20 on 10, if you're trying to make $1 out of 15 cents, if you're trying to cover up for the fact that you're further along than you say you are, if you're trying to cover up that something's going on that's not, or create a situation that's not, girl, get your facts straight, because you're looking real sus and stupid out here. You're sending out enough red flags for people to know that what you're saying is contradicting. also contradicting what you're saying, and you're looking sus out here. Sus and stupid. Okay. Chrissy, I really hope that you have followed up with a physician, and that's all jokes aside. Girl, don't let things go so far that you kick something into gear. Okay. Because things can be triggered in your body if you let certain things go. And you can also create situations that would not have been there had something been taken care of. It's like when the dentist says brush your teeth and floss you eat a good steak, a piece of that steak got caught in between your tooth, you never felt it. You brush your teeth every day, your breath is fine, your teeth are beautiful. You half-ass floss. By the time you realize that now you have 2 cavities because you had a good piece of beef stuck between your teeth for about 3 weeks and it rotted the fuck out of your tooth. Yeah, you don't need a root canal, but you certainly need to get some fillings, because now you have 2 cavities, because instead of your one tooth being attacked by sugar and decay and things like that, it was attacked by not flossing. Whenever you get those cavities in between 2 teeth, that's from not flossing, guys. Okay. That's a direct result of not flossing. So guess what? Your dentist just got a twofer. Okay. Because you're not flossing. All of you baddies out here who love to floss in your Beamers, your Benzes, whatever you got, your jewelry, your cute clothes, your badass heels, big booty, whatever you got, floss up in them teeth, okay? When you sitting out here flossing this summer and hot girl summering, even your hot girl summering with your husband, okay? Even if you're doing hot girl summer walking around the house, can you please floss your teeth? Okay. And Olivia, girl, we've been on you enough. Girl, it's not even worth talking about at this moment. It's still same shit, different day. As long as you are booed up with your alleged gay, bisexual, bum, hobo, I'm getting rid of his ass, boo thing, whatever, girl, you live in foul. Okay. At the end of the day, you know, I think Zolo has become an unofficial 3 mommy. Okay. He's one of the best 3 mommies out here because he brings it. Okay. If Zolo could put a wig on and become a 3 mommy, he would totally be my content. Okay. Because Zolo is entertaining as fuck. Right. But you guys are trying to fix something that does not need to work. Okay. But if that's what you want to do, go right on ahead. Okay. We're just watching. We're waiting for the next episode. You have put out plenty of content, girl. Do what you got to do, because we got plenty to talk about. Zolo hit the streets without hitting the streets by sending out all of his situation all up and down these streets. There's plenty for us to talk about without you guys even showing up, probably for about another week if you want to, because girl, we don't care. But don't be fooled. That check is going to start to be low. Okay. And Zolo, don't be fooled out here. Don't be fooled. Okay. You want that revenue to increase. You increase that revenue by doing that work. And Instagram is not what's paying you right now. Okay. So anyway, guys, what I'm going to do, I'm going to tell you, always separating the real from the fake. And I'm always going to tell you the truth. Okay. Stop lying to yourself and telling yourself that you're okay when you know that you're not. If you are hearing this today and you know that you have some business to handle at the doctor, at the accountant, at the tax office, at your job, in your personal life, with your children, with yourself, handle your business, because I've said this a million times, guys. If you don't handle your life, life is going to handle you, and it's not always going to be the way you want it. So when you can be a boss and can make the decisions, do so. Okay? Because once you start getting orders, it's a wrap. You're not a boss anymore, at least temporarily. Okay? when you get signs, when you know that you know that you know that you know, but you're ignoring what you need to pay attention to, girl, that's not a boss. Okay, bosses are never scared. Okay. All right. Tanita, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Miracle motivates. Good morning. Good morning. Guys, I'm going to go. I love you guys. I will see you out here on these YouTube streets. I'm certain that I will be working on an upload. Catch me later. And I'll see you. I'll be in the bushes in the trap. Okay. So just understand that. Okay. But I'll be around. I'll be around. Get at me on Instagram or wherever you need to. And guys, I did add to my description box. It may not be in this video, but I do have a link so that if you want to send me something, I do have a link that goes to a form that will email directly to me. So you can hit that in my description box. It's like it'll say you ask, I answer, or send questions to, something like that. So if you see that, that's what that is. It's going right through me. It's just a form I created through my website. So you know, you can put your name as Boo Boo Kitty. You don't have to put Universal Gypsy. If that's your nom de plume, then use that. But don't feel like you got to put your good government name, because it's Keisha Payne. I mean, we don't know. Keisha Payne could be Stacy Santiago for all we know. We don't know who Keisha Payne is with that black hat on. Girl, she's looking like Carmen Sandiego. Okay, we don't know. All right, so use what you will and how you like. Guys, have an awesome day, and I'll see you out here on these YouTube streets, guys.
I will always bring this up for the rest of his motherfucking
Don't get me wrong, I'm still a petty bitch, and I'll still talk my shit. Don't get me wrong, I'm still a petty bitch, and I'll still talk my shit.
I'm that bitch.
Whatever. There's different technicalities to the shit. But I'm just saying, whatever negativity. Hold on. Hello.
Call me like 5 hours away.
All right.
I will always bring this up for the rest of his motherfucking life. I'm that bitch.
Don't get me wrong, I'm still a petty bitch, and I'll still talk my shit.
I'm that bitch. I'm just playing.
Don't get me wrong, I'm still a petty bitch, and I'll still talk my shit.
I'm that bitch. I'm just playing.
Don't get me wrong, I'm still a petty bitch, and I'll still talk my shit.
I'm that bitch. I'm just playing. I will always bring this up for the rest of his motherfucking life. I will always bring this up for the rest of his motherfucking life. I will always bring this up for the rest of his motherfucking life. Oh, why Fashion Nova keep hitting me up though? Cause I'm that bitch. 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 I'm just playing.